Hey guys, I am Meredith and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a little bit more of a casual video this week. I'm going to be doing a clean with me. So I will be cleaning my whole apartment. It is officially March. It's springtime. It's that traditional time of the year for spring cleaning. And I don't know about y'all, but 2020 was a little rough. And honestly, for me, the beginning of 2021 really hasn't been that much better. So this is going to be a little bit of a cleansing thing. I want to get rid of some stuff, move some things around, and just like organize everything. And I will be organizing all of my sewing stuff as well. So that has been completely out of control. It's just so hard to keep up with it. And now everything is like exploding out of the shelf that I have for my sewing. So I'm going to be redoing all of my fabrics, all of my notions, all of my little trinkets and trims and things. I hope you'll enjoy this video. I personally love clean with me videos. I think that they're extremely satisfying and I love a good before and after. So I'm gonna be showing you the real raw way that my apartment looks right now, and then hopefully by the time this video is over, it'll be nice and clean and much more presentable. So let's get started. So before we get started, I want to give you a little bit of a tour. So here is my living room slash my little like work from home station, my TV, bookshelf. Then if you go straight forward, you've got the bathroom, which is a mess. I mean, truly just a mess. I did a photo shoot with something that had some feathers on it, and now there's feathers just absolutely everywhere. This is my main closet that has the majority of my everyday clothes in it, but right now it's super empty and my shoes are not in here, so I'm gonna be moving those. And then if you come through here, this is my very messy bedroom. And then the second closet, this one is exactly the same size and layout as the other one. So the other one's gonna be like my everyday closet, and this one will be like my drag closet once it's all organized. And then my bedroom, which again looks like an absolute mess. There's feathers everywhere. I have a big backdrop here from some pictures I was taking with my lights. And then my very, very messy bed and my sweet little precious kitties. This is Ferdinand and this is Belle, my sweet little babies. I love them so, so, so much, and they get their hair everywhere, but it's okay because I love them. And then we come through here and we've got my sewing area, which a little peek behind the curtain here, if you've ever seen one of my videos before, that is the table that I use. But it has wheels on it, so I just swing it around when I film and then I swing it back when I'm not using it. So this is what it looks like on an everyday basis. So hopefully I can get that organized. And then basically my apartment's a giant circle. So here's the little kitchen, got a little bar here, and then we're back in the living room. Welcome to my bathroom. So one of the biggest things I need to do is I have 2 walk-in closets. Right now, they're just kind of like catch-all whatever, but the way that I want to reorganize these is I want all of my regular like everyday clothes to go in here, because right now I have like my everyday clothes are in here, but then like my shoes are in that one. So like I just want all of my everyday stuff to be together. So I'm gonna do all of my everyday clothes, all my everyday shoes in here, and then I'm gonna have the other one as like my drag closet that has like all of my fancy stuff that I make, and then like all of my extra sewing supplies, wigs, whatever. So that's gonna go in the other one. So my very first step to get started on this is moving everything to where it's supposed to go, and then I'm going to reorganize it. So I'm gonna start moving over the stuff from, you know, there's stuff in here that needs to go over there, and stuff that needs to go that's over there needs to go over here. So it's just flip-flopping stuff around, and then I'm gonna start organizing it. Okay, so I have everything in place. This is gonna be my main closet with all of my everyday clothes. So I've got all my shoes moved over. I had my sweaters in the other one, so now they are moved here as well. And so it's in, all the stuff is in there, it's just not organized. So now we're gonna see how this closet looks, and it looks horrible, but everything's in there. I just need to organize it. So we've got all of my like drag sewing stuff in here. The floor is completely covered with junk. So I'm gonna start by organizing my everyday closet, so wish me luck. right, so it is the next day. I just got off of work. I was only able to get through my everyday closet yesterday, which was kind of a cop-out because it was the cleaner one of the two of these. So I'm gonna work on this closet now. So I'm gonna just work through this and get everything organized. All these fun things I made this year, and I didn't get to wear any of them. So sad. Okay, so the rest of my house is cleaned. I've got my closets are organized, my bedroom's cleaned out, my bathroom is clean. Everything is perfectly clean except for my sewing area, which is right here. So I have just this one rack, and then I have a little small rack that I keep like my sewing machine on, and like my everyday notions, threads, things like that go on that rack as well. So, and then my desk, unfortunately, because I do sew regularly, but I probably only use that desk maybe like once or twice a week, stuff just accumulates on there. I just put things there to get them out of my way, and then by the end of the week or by the time I'm ready to start sewing, there's junk all over the desk. So that'll be my very first step, is clearing off that desk, and then I do need to make a few changes to how I have my little rack organized so that my sewing machine actually fits on the top. So that'll be the first two things that I tackle. Have raised up my little drawer thingamajigger thing, and now my sewing machine fits very nicely underneath it. Now it's time to tackle this stuff. Now, this basket I do want to keep here. This is where I keep all of my like threads and things like that, like anything that I use on a super regular basis. Pretty much every other thing on here is stuff that's not supposed to be here. So I am gonna just sort through it and figure out where it actually should go, and then put those things in the places that they actually belong. So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, I know what y'all are probably thinking. You're probably thinking like, man, you still haven't cleaned that? And to that I would say yes, because I am really procrastinating. I know this is gonna be a huge thing to tackle just because it's all completely out of disarray, which is my own fault. So hopefully this is a good lesson to not let it get that bad again. We'll see if I learn a lesson from this. Probably not, but anyway. I am going to start shelf by shelf doing this. I don't really know how I want to organize it. I'm gonna just kind of go with the flow as I start to go through it. I generally keep like bigger, bulkier items up here. Like this is all of my patterns right here, which I think I'm going to organize my patterns today as well, just like get them generally in categories so they're a little bit easier to look through. These are all my patterns, and I have like a bunch of other random stuff here, my iron, and then like some photography equipment. So I'm gonna take this just shelf by shelf, and I will talk y'all through how I'm organizing this as I go. To organize my patterns, I just kind of roughly put them together in categories such as like fancy dresses, casual dresses, and pants. Nothing too complicated. All right, so the first shelf actually wasn't too bad. I figured it wasn't going to be because this was most of the stuff that was up there anyway, and this is all gonna go into the drag closet. It's not stuff I use on a regular basis, like some photography equipment, the paper that I used for my little flower bouquet for Halloween, and then just like some other stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that away in the drag closet, and then we'll move on to the next shelf. All right, so now this shelf has these 3 bins filled with all sorts of crap. And so I'm gonna pull everything out and sort it and see if I can get this a little bit more organized, because right now, each one of these is just absolutely exploding. All right, so now that these are organized, this first guy has like all of my adhesives, glues. If I need extra batteries, that's all in here. This guy has got like all of my beading, anything that is sparkly, like this sparkle trim. I've got like my bag of ribbons in here. This is like all my trims and sparkly things. And then this very last one's all my like crafty stuff. So you've got like embroidery hoops, yarn, knitting needles. I've got some kits back here, like my other ribbon embroidery kits that I didn't do. Anything that is like a crafty, like crochet, embroidery, needlepoint, all that stuff, that's in here. So this row is done. We're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, so this is gonna be probably the most important thing of this whole shebang, which is organizing all of my fabrics. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I absolutely cannot stand wasting fabric. So I have 3 different areas that I keep my fabric. So I have this big bin, which I have all of my big pieces of fabric rolled up so I can easily tell what is what. Obviously right now it looks like a mess. So I'm gonna re-roll those and reorganize them. Then I also have what I call a remnant box, which is this guy. That's where I put any pieces of fabric that are large, but they're less than a yard long, because typically if you don't have a full yard, it's gonna be really hard to use it for like a full project. You'll have to use it with other things, but I'm not gonna throw it away, I wanna use it. So that's in here. And then I also have a scrap box, which is this guy, and I put larger scraps in it. That way if I ever decide that I wanna use them for something, or I just need a really small piece of fabric that is like a specific kind or color, I've got it. So maybe I'm just a crazy person, I need to throw this stuff away, but I just hate wasting these items. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and just reorganize this. Again, I'm sorting them just by the sizes, and then I'm gonna re-roll all of these and hopefully get them organized so I can see what I've got. The amount of fabric I have is absolutely insane. No one human needs to have this much fabric, and I have literally no plans for a single piece of this. So I need to go through this and see if I can make something from these, but for right now, I'm just gonna organize them. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I clean up all of my messy junk. I'm so curious to know how you guys organize your sewing supplies. Like, I know that rolling all my fabric up is not like a super common thing. So I'm curious how you organize your fabric. Do you keep all the scraps like me? Maybe I'm just crazy, I don't know. But let me know in the comments. I would love to know how you organize your things. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I do try to post a video every week. It doesn't always happen, but I do try my best. You can also find me on Instagram. My handle is So Far From Ordinary, just like my channel. So I hope to see you there, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye, guys.